And welcome to another St. Louis 7 following an episode on OT with Oliver, wherever you get your podcast. This one had a ball catching up with an old friend, Earl Austin Jr. Earl, before we start, give me a plug. Who do we want to plug?
Well, let me plug the Boys and Girls of Greater St. Louis, Club of Greater St. Louis. Uh, Partnered with a couple of things with them over the last year or so. So good folks. Do a lot of good kids.
You grew up in Syracuse, born in Milwaukee, but when you got around to coming to St. Louis, you pitched your fork flag, if you will, at McClure North. What do you remember about your days at McClure North?
Enjoyed my 2 years at McClure North. Made a lot of new friends. Probably my biggest memory was playing basketball. Made the game-winning shot against Sodan in 1982. They were the defending state champions from the previous year. Great team, and we had them in our building. And I hit a shot from the right corner. We won 42-41. Like 4 years earlier, at 1978, McClure North had beaten Sodan in the sectional playoffs. And their star player then was Dick Misavage, and he hit a shot from the same corner and won the game in the last second. So it was kind of a deja vu moment for McClure North basketball.
What was it like to be inducted into the SLU Hall of Fame?
Overwhelming. It really was. Something you really don't expect when you start working and broadcasting games. But it really was overwhelming, and just very honored to get that kind of that call.
You always have a smile on your face. Who did you get that from?
Who did I get that from? I don't know. I mean, my mom was serious. Dad was, they're good, serious folks. Uh, I think I just had it from the beginning. I think even since I was little, people say I was just a happy little boy.
Now, we're doing this as a second run. I know you have not been to Ted Drew's. We'll get into that again later. Maybe that's my gift to you. I need to go introduce myself to your wife and take you down to Drew's and get you some of that dreaded custard. But here's the question. What was it like the first time you went up in the arch?
It was nice. I mean, it had been a long time since I've lived in St. Louis a long time before I went over there. It was great. I had a good time in it. You know, I wasn't scared. It wasn't scary or anything, but it was I was like, wow, look at this. It was nice.
In the podcast, we talked about Syracuse and St. Louis, New York pizza or St. Louis pizza. You went St. Louis, you went thin crust.
Absolutely. Thin crust, lots of Italian sausage.
No vegetables, too many vegetables in the regular menu.
I don't not on my pizza. I eat a ton of vegetables now in my new diet and my new lifestyle, but not on the pizza. No.
So as we get ready to wrap it up, and again, had a ball. It's Earl Austin Jr. on Overtime with Oliver, wherever you get your podcast. Earl, behind the scenes of the SLU basketball game broadcast, what is going on that most people don't realize is going on?
Oh goodness, the crowd in the media room before the media buffet.
What is it? At Mizzou, when I was growing up, it was two pieces.
There's more physical play than on the boards. The media pregame buffet, it's more physical.
I don't know if you heard when I was doing UPI for Mizzou growing up, it was two pizzas in a room way in the back. That was our buffet.
Oh wow. It get physical, no question.
So, like during timeouts, are you and Bob off air talking about what you want to talk about next, or you just
no? Well, he might be going over spots. I definitely take my headset off. You know, if something happened right before that we didn't like, or we may lament the call or lament the play that we made, or we may high five. Did you see that? You know, stuff like that. You know, so we just whatever's in the moment, then that's what we see during a break.
St. Louis basketball, high school basketball, youth basketball has been much more in the spotlight, maybe than it's ever been. And as we talked about on the podcast, a man that was extremely important to that was Rich Gray. Talk about Rich Gray.
Rich Gray was the ultimate mentor, the ultimate friend, and that's to so many people on so many different levels, whether it's sports, business, media. He just was a treasured member of this St. Louis area, and everything that he did, everything he touched was he made better because of his presence.
I agree. All right, you made through it. This is the last question. This is the question everybody gets, man. And you're gonna act like you've never heard it before. What makes you proud to be a St. Louisan?
One thing, working for the St. Louis American newspaper. When I was in high school, I used to read the paper, and it was the black newspaper in the town. But working for it over the past 30 years or whatever, that's 25, 30 years, you just didn't realize how big a deal this paper is on a national level. It's the #1 black newspaper in the country, and the impact that it makes. I go around, travel around. You work for the St. Louis American? I read that paper. It's an amazing place to work, and the people have been amazing. I've just been honored to be part of that organization for so long.
You deserve everything you got, man. Really enjoyed it. We'll see each other soon.
Always a pleasure, David. Take it easy.
Take care, dude.